Hello everybody, Bill here again. I just want to plug yet another Bible here for everyone out here. Now before I do and tell you what the name of it is, the Bible that I'm going to give you is technically a study Bible, and it is not for the new Christian. This is for the well-seasoned Christian, maybe 3 or 4 years into their walk. It's not new by any means. It's been out for quite a number of years. It's called the Amplified Bible. Now, I highly recommend this. I recommend this so much that if you are a Christian, in my personal opinion, your Christian library is not complete unless you have this translation in your collection. This is the Amplified version of the Bible. What they did back in the mid to late 60s when this first came out, what they did was they took all the manuscripts together, for all the meanings of the Hebrew and the Greek and the Aramaic and everything else, and they brought it out and they really put it into this translation. And in fact, it is exceptionally wordy. That would be the only criticism this Bible has ever received. And in fact, though you would really have to dig into the material, even the King James only people are pretty much silent about this translation. In fact, Jack Chick, who makes those Chick tracks, out in the track The Love Story, he even quotes the Amplified in one passage. So take a look at that. And I'll give you an example of just how wordy I'm talking about. Everyone who is a Christian who is quite familiar with John 3:16. Okay, well here's how it sounds in the Amplified. So you kind of get an idea of what this translation means. For God so greatly loved and dearly prized the world that he even gave up his only begotten unique Son, so that whoever believes in, trusts in, clings to, relies on him will not perish, come to destruction, or be lost, but have eternal, everlasting life. Now that's just John 3:16. This is my personal collection. I have used this many times. Many times when I come across a Bible passage that I really don't understand, I will check other translations, and yes, I will always check the Amplified. It really hones in on a lot of the lost in translation verses that we get in our Bible. We as Christians, especially if we don't speak Greek or Hebrew, when we read the Bible, we're reading a translation. We're not reading what was actually said. Now, if you out there are fluent in Greek, then you could easily read the New Testament and not get lost, because that's the New Testament. It was written in Greek. If you can speak Hebrew or Yiddish, whatever they call it, okay, again, you could read the Old Testament because it was mostly written in Hebrew. But of course, myself, I only know English. There's always something lost in the translation. So here, if you were to read this in the Amplified, there should be no problem. All confusion would go away. I have used this many times to speak to other people that are in churches that are not fundamentalist, not mainstream, and they really have a problem using the Amplified. So if you, on the other side of this video, if you have a loved one that is involved in a church that is, in your opinion, not correct, okay, go get yourself a copy of the Amplified version. It's put out by Zondervan Press, so Zondervan.com, I'm sure they have it, if you don't have a Christian bookstore near you. Most secular bookstores, large, Borders, Crown Books, I don't remember the other one. They all have it there. It's there. You can buy it. And I highly recommend this. And like I said, if you have a loved one that you think is in a whacked out church, highlight the verses where you think they're wrong and give this as a present to your loved ones. And I guarantee you they'll have some more questions. And really, the Amplified version, let me say it again, if you're a Christian and you're well rooted in the faith and you don't have a copy of the Amplified version of the Bible, you really must get a copy. It is a most excellent translation. I highly recommend it. That's all I got to say. I mean, it comes in hardcover, leather-bound, paperback. You can get it. Cost is really, across the board, is pretty reasonable. You should enjoy it and have it.